Today's session, I'm going to take you through a 3-stage process to mastering the pentatonic scale up and down the strings to allow you to finally break free of the box. Part 1, mastering the scale on a single string. Our root note for today's lesson is E, an E minor pentatonic. Probably be beginning up with that box pattern, right? Penta because it contains 5 notes. Let's establish what those 5 notes are. From the E root on string 4, we have E, we have G, we have A, we have B, and we have D. Minor in its name comes from this G note, which is known as a minor third above the root. So minor pentatonic because it contains this minor third. Now helpfully, the guitar fretboard is made for this minor pentatonic in that we have the notes, 3 of them at least, on the dot inlays. We have root, flat 3, A is a 4th above the root, so it's 4, B is a 5th, it's 5, and then this note D, which just sits above the 9th fret dot, is known as a flat 7 or minor 7th. The reason for the emphasis on intervals over particular note names is because once you learn the intervals, you can move these concepts, these ideas to any root, and everything lays out in the exact same way. So notes are valuable, but do focus on intervals. Root, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 7. Your first practice exercise is to do exactly that, just climbing up and down that pentatonic scale. To help you with that, it's always beneficial to play along to a backing track, as I'll demonstrate here, or at the very least, play over the root note or the minor chord of the root. Part 2, combining strings with pentatonic double stops. A double stop is 2 notes played at the same time. A pentatonic double stop is keeping things strictly to the minor pentatonic scale. Our first double stop then is the open strings. I have the root on string 1 being harmonized, as it were, by the 5th underneath. How I form the other double stops is by simply climbing up the scale on each string, and for the most part it is the same shape. If we move on up to the flat 3, that would be the flat 7 underneath, under the bar finger. Again onto the 4 on string 1, same shape. But as I come to the 5th on string 1, the pentatonic double stop will be slightly different. If you're familiar with the triad shapes, you'll know that as an E minor triad, it's the top 2 strings of that shape. That is the pentatonic double stop. And then onto the flat 7, again it's under the finger. And we're still under the finger at the octave. Now as I play those, I'm thinking about the scale on string number 1, and it's the note on string 2 which is almost harmonizing the melody. Like that, okay? The next thing to practice then is going up and down these double stops and getting familiar with how they lay out up the string pair. But what I've shown you there, that will work on all of the string pairs. That's what's cool about this, except strings 2 and 3, because they are always the exception. They are tuned a third apart and not a fourth like the other string pairs. Part 3, creating links with pentatonic quads. The pentatonic quad is a name I give a 4-note grouping of the 5-note pentatonic scale. Returning to the pentatonic box just to illustrate this nice and clearly, this is the Naylor box, right? This is a pentatonic quad. We have 5, flat 7, root, flat 3. So we're linking these 2 double stops with 4 notes. What you'll do is join these double stop pairs to form each of these quads. So that shape, we find it from the open strings. And I try to resolve it on the root note each time. The next shape then, we can see we've got these 2 double stops. So 3, 5, 3, 5 is the quad. The root is fret 5 of string 2. The root there is then the starting point for the next quad, which is familiar. It's like the bottom of position 1. Root, flat 3, 4, 5. Then we come into a shape which doesn't contain the root. It's flat 3, 4, 5, flat 7. So to resolve it, you'd be moving up from the flat 7 probably to the root. Then the final shape is 4, 5, flat 7 root with the root on the top. The next exercise then is to be linking those pentatonic quads together. And as you do so, try and be mindful of the intervals. At the very least, look to resolve each of them upon the root. So it's that order: single string, double stops, pentatonic quads. How you develop this is then to explore those same ideas on the different string pairs, and then of course to change the root note. A nice next step, once you feel confident with the E, would be A minor. Tabs and the backing track are available on Patreon. Here is a video YouTube thinks you'll like. Maybe go check it out. Practice well, and I'll see you next week.